Take a quick look at the stars of Say Anything, then versus now. Stick around, because the changes in John Cusack and the cast will seriously surprise you. Don't blink. John Cusack immortalized the trenchcoat and boombox serenade as Lloyd Dobler, becoming an instant cultural phenomenon. Once Hollywood's golden boy, he later slammed the industry as a whorehouse and retreated from blockbusters to focus on intense political activism. Now 58, the reclusive star sports a darker look and recently led the cast of the Amazon thriller Utopia. Ione Skye captured hearts as the brainy beauty Diane Court, emerging from the shadow of her father, folk legend Donovan. After battling addiction and a high-profile divorce from a Beastie Boy, she traded red carpets for canvas as an accomplished painter. Today, she makes rare screen appearances, most recently popping up in the hit Netflix series Beef. John Mahoney delivered a chilling performance as the embezzling father James Court before finding global fame as the cranky dad on Frasier. A late bloomer who didn't start acting until his late 30s, he remained a beloved stage veteran in Chicago. The Tony Award winner passed away in 2018 due to complications from throat cancer and lung disease. Lily Taylor stole the show as the guitar-strumming best friend Corey Flood, launching a career as the undisputed queen of indie cinema. Avoiding the typical starlet path, she cemented her legacy as a horror icon in the Conjuring franchise. Still a powerhouse character actor, she currently stars as a tough matriarch in the sci-fi western Outer Range. Pamela Adlon played a minor friend role before her rasp became legendary as the voice of Bobby Hill in King of the Hill. She transformed from voice actor to creative force, winning an Emmy for her semi-autobiographical hit, Better Things. Now, a sought-after director, she helms episodes for major series like Californication and the comedy hit Hacks. Jason Gould appeared briefly as Mike Cameron, though his real-life role as the son of Barbra Streisand drew far more attention. He stepped away from acting to avoid nepotism claims, focusing instead on releasing EP records and touring with his mother. He lives a quiet, openly gay life, occasionally lending his voice to creative projects. Jeremy Piven started as one of Lloyd's buddies before exploding as the abrasive agent Ari Gold in Entourage. His career hit turbulence amid multiple sexual misconduct allegations and a bizarre mercury poisoning defense that abruptly halted a Broadway run. He has since pivoted to stand-up comedy, touring clubs internationally while hosting his own podcast. Mindy Feldman had a fleeting moment in the film, but her background as a Mouseketeer and sister to Corey Feldman kept her adjacent to fame. She largely vanished from the acting world after the 90s to raise a family. She recently resurfaced in the documentary After the 80s, reflecting on the chaotic reality of the child star era. Amy Brooks played a small supporting part as DC Girl, serving as a background player in the film's iconic party scenes. Unlike her co-stars, she didn't pursue a high-profile Hollywood career, shifting instead towards writing and production roles. She remains a mysterious figure from the cast, living a private life completely removed from the public eye. Bebe Neuwirth had a small role as Mrs. Evans before becoming a TV legend as the icy Lilith Sternin on Cheers. A Broadway royalty with 2 Tony Awards, she famously played both Velma and Roxy in Chicago. At 65, she remains active, recently reprising her iconic role in the Frasier revival and starring in HBO's Julia. Eric Stoltz made a memorable cameo as the intense party host Valere, famously known as the actor fired from Back to the Future. He pivoted successfully to directing, helming episodes for hit shows like Glee and Madam Secretary. Now mostly behind the camera, he maintains a low profile, letting his prolific directing resume speak for itself. Lois Chiles appeared as Diane's mother, bringing the glamour of a former Bond girl from Moonraker to the screen. After facing a battle with breast cancer and the loss of her brother, she stepped back from major roles to teach acting at the University of Houston. She is now semi-retired, occasionally attending 007 conventions. Philip Baker Hall terrified audiences as the IRS boss, a precursor to his late career resurgence as a favorite of director Paul Thomas Anderson. Known for his gravitas in Magnolia and Seinfeld, he worked tirelessly until the very end. The legendary character actor passed away in 2022, leaving behind a massive body of work spanning 5 decades. Katie Lehman portrayed Mrs. Court, a role overshadowed by the intense father-daughter dynamic central to the plot. She worked steadily in television during the 80s and 90s, appearing in Werewolf and Hunter, but never broke into mainstream stardom. She eventually left the industry, living a private life completely removed from the Hollywood spotlight. Richard Portnow played the stern IRS agent Stewart, a role that set the stage for his career playing law enforcement and mob figures. He became a recognizable face as attorney Hal Melvoin on The Sopranos, amassing over 200 credits. Now in his late 70s, he continues to take on grit-filled roles in indie crime thrillers. Joanna Frank played Mrs. Kerwin, bringing experience from her actor's studio background to the ensemble. Married to LA law star Alan Rachins for over 40 years, she balanced acting with family life in Studio City. She rarely appears on screen today, having shifted her focus towards supporting her family's creative endeavors and teaching. Lauren Dean played Joe, the jealous ex-boyfriend, before landing significant roles in 90s hits like Gattaca and Apollo 13. Despite his leading man looks, he transitioned into a reliable character actor rather than a superstar. Sporting silver hair, he recently returned to the big screen in Clint Eastwood's The Mule and the sci-fi epic Ad Astra. Chynna Phillips appeared briefly as Mimi before conquering the music world with Wilson Phillips and their smash hit Hold On. After struggling with anxiety and the pressures of fame, she married Billy Baldwin and found solace in faith. She now runs a popular religious YouTube channel, openly sharing her journey as a born-again Christian.